Well, please welcome our drivers ahead of the Jakarta E-Prix from left to right. Maximilian Günther from DS Penske, Oliver Rowland from Nissan Formula E team, and Nyck de Vries from Mahindra Racing. We'll start with you, Ollie. Your one race here at Jakarta. Do you want to talk about it? It was a very short race for you. You must be looking forward to making amends and making up for that one-lap special.
Yeah, my wheel fell off after one lap, so hopefully we don't repeat that. Yeah, actually it's a little bit more pleasant than last time. I remember in Season 8 was extremely hot and extremely humid, but this time seems a little bit nicer in terms of the weather. But yeah, obviously the track has its challenges. I think technically it's quite a decent track in terms of trying to get a rhythm and a track that I think I will enjoy. Obviously missed the Season 9 experience, but still I'm quite confident that I can get up to speed quite quickly and have a solid weekend.
5 races to go. 68-point lead in the championship. This is the question I ask you every time we speak in this situation. How are you feeling about your title chances as we sit here right now?
Yeah, obviously we're in a really good position. We have been for quite a decent amount of time now, but I think I never like to, I always think kind of worst case instead of like dreaming that everything's okay. So my mind is seriously focused on trying to do a really good race weekend. I think one more really good race kind of would cement that position a little bit better. But then there's part of me that's always thinking, what if I score 0 and some 25s or 29s come along? It can quickly change. So yeah, I think the key is, especially this weekend, is to just focus on not changing too much and trying to have the performance that we've had all season.
Whilst we obviously look forward to the last 5 races of the season, we have seen the new calendar for next season as well. A new race in Spain, a different track in Miami, and 18 races, the biggest calendar so far in Formula E. What are your thoughts on that calendar, on first impressions? I know it's still to be fully ratified. And what are the other drivers are saying in the paddock?
Yeah, honestly, it's not something that I've spoke to too many people about. Obviously, I think it's an increased calendar. I'm looking forward to the salary increase that comes with that as well. But no, I think it's great. I think the Miami venue was needed, to be honest, especially after the experience we had this year and knowing what it will bring to be in a better location. Obviously, the Jarama track we tested at, I think, was pretty fun, pretty challenging for us drivers. So yeah, looking forward to a kind of different challenge there. And yeah, bigger calendar, formally obviously growing in that respect. And hopefully we can keep some momentum going to build the championship stronger and stronger.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Ollie, we'll move on to you, Nick. Obviously, limited experience as well for you here. Your race back in 2022 lasted a bit longer, but still not a great result for you. You must be keen to make amends for that this weekend.
Yeah, certainly. Obviously, it's been a long time ago since 2022, but it's very nice to be back in Jakarta. I've received a very warm welcoming from the locals here. I'm obviously I have a little bit of Indonesian heritage, so it's nice to be back here. And I think as a team we're keen to yeah be back on track and have another opportunity. I think we've had a pretty good run up to this point, but probably lacking a little bit of execution and turning the speed into tangible results. So we hope to step that up here.
It was obviously the Gen 2 car that you last raced here in. Things have come forward a lot. Attack mode's a bit different this year. How impactful do you think that will be in the race tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think all the races have been very eventful and still very hard to read. Some more challenging than others. So, I mean, it's a common question to ask about expectations, but it's hard to give a real answer to that, in all honesty. I think at least from the statistics, it's a little bit less energy sensitive, and the attack mode difference is also not as impactful as maybe some other tracks. So yeah, that would indicate qualifying is a bit more important. However, I think you can never take anything for granted here.
You mentioned your Indonesian heritage. You're the closest that the locals will have here to a sort of a local hero. How have you enjoyed the welcome that you've had here? I heard you were very popular last night with a lot of fans.
Yeah, it's amazing to to receive such a warm welcoming, and it's great to see and feel that there is so much enthusiasm for the event and for me personally. So we hope to do a good job and make the locals proud.
Thank you very much, Nick. Move on to you, Maximilian. Obviously, 2 podiums here a couple of years ago, including that race win in the second race. What is it about this track that you connect with? Because you seem to have mastered it from the start.
Yeah, obviously great memories from season 9, but yeah, this is in the past. Now we're here, season 11. Yeah, I think the track is just really cool because it has such a nice flow and very enjoyable as a driver. Different challenges as well with the hot temperatures here. I think we might get some rain again from what we see, and yeah, just super enjoyable place to go racing in FE.
You've also been on pole position in the last 2 races in that doubleheader 2 years ago. How confident are you that that'll be 3 races in a row that we see you starting at the front?
Well, I guess 21 other guys have the same goal as me, to be in front in quali. Yeah, obviously it was a great weekend 2 years ago here. Really the whole weekend, the pace, the way we executed it. But yeah, everybody starts from zero. You know, we've got different tires this year compared to 2 years ago. The car is different a bit from the aero package, from the 4-wheel drive. Really, it's yeah, you pretty much start from scratch. So yeah, I just look forward to race here. Nyck talked about it with yeah, the passion of the Indonesian fans. It's amazing the welcome we receive here, and yeah, just look forward.
Knowing this track as well as you do, where do you think the race tomorrow will be won or lost?
I think one thing for sure is the forecast, because I think there's quite a chance it could be a wet race, and this mixes up everything as we've seen the last couple of races. Apart from that, it's just yeah, classic Formula E racing. You need to yeah, have good track position, I feel, especially on a track like this one, and then yeah, do no mistakes.
Excellent stuff. We have time for some questions. If you'd like to ask a question to one of our drivers, please raise your hand. Looks like you're up again. Do we have a microphone? I'll give you a microphone. Here you go. I'll come and sit by you.
Thanks very much. Hi everyone, it's Stuart Bell, freelance. Question to all three. Have you had a look at the track in terms of the track walk so far and your thoughts on the surface?
Obviously we did the track walk this morning. I think it looks in pretty okay condition. They've resurfaced some parts of it. Obviously it looks quite dirty to look at in terms of dust and a bit of dirt. But I think we'll quickly clean that up. But yeah, I mean, it's in pretty good condition, the track. I don't think it's in too bad a shape.
Any other thoughts? Or are we okay?
Copy paste.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste.
Yeah, same. I think it's a track with lots of track evolution. So yeah, have to adapt well.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your question. Would anyone else like to ask a question to our drivers? Okay, final one from me. Oh, we got one behind. I recognise you.
One more, just about, I asked the team principals about the pit boost. We've had 4 looks this season. What are your thoughts on it? Is it done enough to warrant a stay? Or do you think it overcomplicates the process, the racing?
Well, personally, I quite like it. I think it brings another element. I think what we need to look at is how it's perceived, how easy it is to follow, and if we can improve it to maybe have a little bit more strategy. But I think at the moment it's quite complicated, so I don't think that's the next step. But I think to watching the races back, we need to find a way to follow a little bit better in terms of the 2 packs of racing and all that sort of stuff. But for me, like, it adds an element of strategy and complexion that is complicated and difficult, but at the same time, I think over time it will bring quite a positive effect.
Yeah, fully agree. I think it makes the race even more exciting, more things to yeah, get on top of as a whole team. And yeah, I think overview for TV for fans to watch, I think that's priority number 1. From inside the car, like Oli is saying, it's actually really, really cool because you've got more scope to play with race strategy, and yeah, I quite enjoy it.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, no, I fully agreed. I'm very, let's say, for it. I think it brings an extra element to the race that people recognize. I also think it's more, let's say, relevant to what happens on public roads in terms of fast charging. Probably the other guys have already touched on it, making it a little bit maybe more accessible to follow. But I think generally it's been very well received, and I'm definitely for it.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your questions there. If we stay seated for a second, I think the driver's media pen will start to our left in just a second. Thank you very much, gents.